Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I was off of work today, so I filmed and edited a video that I needed to get up for next month. It is the last part in my Nancy Drew series. If you have been following along with that series, it was a ton of fun to film. I'm excited to move on to a new series. Like I said, today is Monday. It is 3 o'clock. My partner is at work until 7, so I think I'm going to try to get some reading done. We'll talk about what I'm currently reading, but I also need to do a workout. I would like to lift today. I definitely need to do some yoga because I'm feeling very sore. But the plan for the week is to get some reading done, keep up my working out, and I have a ton of side business stuff that I need to do. For the rest of today, I am going to get changed into a workout outfit, try to do some lifting, and then see where the day takes me. I want to get this book that I'm reading currently done, and I also want to do some video planning because I have the videos planned for the next couple of months, but I'm like kind of itching to do some reading vlogs. So we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna start with a lifting session, and then we'll talk about what I'm reading. Happy Monday, and I hope you enjoy the vlog. Okay, I wasn't able to do a full lifting session. I was just way too sore. I kind of thought that I might be. This is the lifting video that I watch. I've only done 2 of her videos, but this is the one that I do pretty consistently. And then I'm gonna move up once I get a little bit more endurance. For lifting, this is like a 30-minute video. It's really nice and I enjoy it. It's just long enough that by the end I'm like, this is too much. But I was just too sore to do it today, so I did one circuit and then I did a yoga video. I bounce between yoga with Birdie and yoga with Adrian. Birdie has like shorter videos, like 10-15 minute, whereas Adrian has a mix of things. I did this video from Adrian. Let me know if me pointing out the videos that I use is good or not. I'll always let you know if I change a video or something like that as I'm going on this workout journey with you guys. But I did this healing yoga video. I was hoping that it would be more stretching for like sore muscles. I should have just done a sore muscle one, but it was like new from her, and so I did it, and it was more about like grounding and doing it if you are emotionally needing some like a quiet place, I guess. It was nice. It was grounding in a way that I didn't realize that I needed today. It's very easy for me to get caught up in the things that I'm doing and not checking in with myself. I have started using this tracking app that my psychiatrist recommended. I don't love tracking apps, especially after like the Roe v. Wade thing happened and there was a scare with access to period trackers and stuff like that. This is a mood tracker as well as a period tracker, but I basically can log my activity for the day and you can choose what you want it to log for you. So there's like a mind, there's a body, there's a world, and a journal, and you can choose like how you're feeling that day, and there's like a bunch of different options that you can use. And then I just use the journal to denote what type of exercise I do that day. But I've been using this to track stuff, and so I do it once a day, and it forces me to check in with myself and see how I'm doing, but I tend to be pretty bad about it otherwise. I can inadvertently have like a really stressful day and not realize that like my anxiety is high or whatever until I start seeing the negative ramifications of it. Now I am going to I need to do some side business stuff. I need to do some side business stuff, but I really don't want to. I think I'm gonna do one section of the thing that I do for my side business, and then depending on what time it is, we'll go from there. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I usually do this stuff at work, but I've just been falling behind. I've been slacking a little bit, but anyways, I'm also reading The Temptation of Magic. This is an adult romantasy. I am 110 pages in, and this is about Keen and Nicole. This is set in like a college university town in sort of like a beachy, foresty area. I'm thinking somewhere like in Maine or something like that. It has like all of the dark academia feelings to it, and the heroine is part of this elite group of creatures called the Imperial, but she does not want the world to know about the fact that she's an Imperial, because the Imperials are brainwashed and taken by the Wake, which seems to be like this government entity that uses the Imperials as like their hunters, and the Imperial are supposed to hunt down magical creatures that are like doing harm to humans and stuff like that. Her mother was actually killed by the Wake, and since then they've hidden their powers. Her and her family have hidden their powers away, and they're very fearful of them changing. But their mother was an art history person. She was an artist, and she left clues behind as to why she was murdered. And one of the clues involves this painting. And the painting is up in a museum for the first time. It was part of this woman's private collection, and then she put it up in a museum. And so the heroine works out a deal with the woman who owns the collection to study the painting, and the woman dies. And then Keen, I'm gonna have to look up how to pronounce his name. I think he's Scottish. He is part of the Wake, and he's an Imperial as well, and he is tasked by the Wake to get this painting back, and also to kill this specter that is a creature that killed the original owner of the painting and is like terrorizing this town. And so he's supposed to come in and kill them. He's pretending to be the nephew of the woman, and so the heroine is trying to get to the painting before the Wake can take it, and so she's staying in the same house with Keen and Kyan. I don't know, I'll look it up. Kyan. Okay. Kyan, sorry. So she's staying in the house with Kyan, and they have like this attraction to each other. He realizes that she's not entirely human, but she's hiding, you know, what she is from him, and doing some stuff. I'm really liking it. 110 pages in, the atmosphere is fantastic. The story is just interesting enough to keep me going while also being more like atmospheric and slow and like, excuse you, and more of like the dark academia feelings that come with dark academia books. So I'm really liking it. That's the hero, and I am liking it. I didn't notice that painting. That is that. And then I also am feeling some historical romance. So we're gonna probably pick, hi bud, thank you. We're gonna probably pick another one to read once I'm done with this, and then we'll go from there. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to do some side business stuff for the remainder of the night. Hopefully I can find someone on Twitch or YouTube that I can watch while I'm working and get that knocked out quick. And also my nail kit should come today. I got a nail glue and one of the like LED light thingies, and I want to put my pink nails back on, so we're probably going to do that today too if it doesn't come too late. So
over $1 million in a year. I'll link this entire income just is emotional manipulation. Make that story said it's not a victim's act. You can about them so that you can bribe them to be.
Hi friends, happy Tuesday. I thought we could talk while I wait for my lunch to cool off. I am eating a pesto spinach sun-dried tomato meal that I made last night for dinner and had some leftovers. But yesterday I managed to film a video and get it edited and ready to go for October, and then I also today was doing a bunch of side business stuff, and then I ended up redoing my nails. I had my pink ombre sparkle nails on, but I think when I redid them yesterday, and I redid them with the same pair that I had used previously, and so I think the bottom inside was still covered in that dried glue, and I think that's why they popped off so easily. Like, I definitely pried them off. I had a couple pop off and then I pried off the other ones, but so I decided to try a new pair. This is not like my favorite style. I don't love French tip. I definitely prefer like a full coverage type, but I like pink. I'm a fan. So we'll see how long these last with my new like system. It's basically just an LED light and like glue for the light that my mom recommended for me. She's like the nail queen. I don't know how, but she gets her nails to last like 3 weeks without any pop-offs. So, but she does like full nail art and everything, and I'm just, that's not my journey. That's not for me. So I spent today doing all of that, getting my nails together and stuff. In a couple of hours, I do have a therapy appointment. I haven't met with my therapist in 3 weeks at this point, and I'm feeling it. As I mentioned in my last vlog, I am going to eat my food and then read until my therapy appointment, and then when my partner gets home, we have more side business work to do. I ended up getting 142 pages into The Temptation of Magic. I'm still liking it. I wish that I was a little bit more in love and convinced by the romance in this, because it has all of the markings of like something that I love, especially in a romantasy, like their dynamic, but I'm not entirely convinced. So not much has happened. Like, I haven't read that much since I updated you on it, but I also need to do a yoga video at some point today. I'm still feeling a little too sore to do a strength training, so a weight training. So that's the update. I don't have anything like big crazy to say. I've just been doing a bunch of shit, so stuff that was like required and necessary, and I'm glad that I did, but still stuff that I couldn't really vlog about. But I'm gonna go eat my food and we'll talk. This is the outfit for the day at home. These look like they're pretty close in color, but these are actually like a blood red color. And this is like a brown. Listen, I'm not the best at color matching. I never have been. I thought I would start showing my outfits of the day because I feel like as a regular person with no like fashion sense, I have always been the girl that puts like patterns and stuff together that don't go together. That's like generally agreed on that they don't go together. But in my head, I'm like, yeah, these match. These are good. These are cute together. And I thought I could like start showing my outfits of the day as like a normal person, just like wearing normal people clothes. And I thought that would be nice because it's so easy to look at people who are really into fashion or like have the money to spend, and they always look super cute. And I love that for them. I love people who are into fashion, but also we're like normal people as well, right? So sometimes, most of the time, every day, I'm not looking cute, but I have to wear clothes. So, you know, normalize wearing regular clothes and not always being max fashion so cute. So. Hi friends, it's been several days since we last talked because I just got sick. I was not with it. I was just feeling like crap, and today is the first day that I've not felt like crap, and I have sort of returned to myself. So it is Thursday night. My partner is out doing Lorcana. I just wasn't feeling up for it. I'm not like in fantastic shape. I'm still a little bit out of it and not feeling great, but I've done a lot of reading since getting sick. I ended up finishing that romantasy, The Temptation of Magic. I liked it. I think that there was not enough work put into any of the facets of the novel. I think the novel just needed a little bit of work in the characters, in the character development, in their backstory, in the world building. It was just a very okay book, and I would be interested to read more from the series. I think the author has a lot of potential, but this one was just fine. And then I also ended up starting and finishing Darling Beast by Elizabeth Hoyt. This is the 7th novel in the Maiden Lane series, and this was another very mediocre book. This is about Apollo and Lily. Apollo is a character who we've seen in the peripheral, especially in his sister's book. He has kind of a dark, tragic backstory. He was accused of murder. He was put in Bedlam, heavily abused. He managed to escape with the assistance of his sister and her husband, and he now is working in a garden, restoring the garden of the local theater. And Lily is an actress who is working at that theater, waiting for it to be rebuilt. The theater was burned down in one of the previous books, and he is restoring the gardens. It's like a pleasure garden theater situation, and she's living there with her son and her nursemaid until the theater can get back up and running. They obviously have a relationship. It starts with her son becoming really enamored with Apollo. He is mute due to an accident, and he also is hiding who he is, obviously, because he escaped and he doesn't want anybody to know who he really is. All of that is to say that I have liked the Maiden Lane series less and less after every book. The first couple were really strong, like 4-star. I think one of them got a 5-star, but since I would say the 3rd or 4th book, I have given every single one of them 3 stars. I think there's just something with Elizabeth Hoyt's writing that I have just found a little bit lacking. There are definitely sweet moments, and she captures the things that I love about historical romance very well, like the intimacy and the sweet nature and the stoic heroes and all of that. Like, she hits all of those good points, but I find other authors just do it a little bit better. But that by no means am I disappointed in this series. I own all of the books, and so I'm gonna finish out the series. And then I also started the audiobook / ebook for the next book in the Psy Changeling series, Rest by Ice or something like that. This is another just very mediocre series. I own the first 4 or 5 books, and the audiobooks are free on Audible if you have an Audible subscription. So I started to read the ebooks, couldn't really make myself get through it, and so I picked up the audiobooks, and that's probably how I'm gonna read the next couple of books. I would like to finish the ones that I own, and then we'll see if I actually continue on, but the whole series is on Audible for free with a membership. So a paranormal romance series following Psy, who are these like genetically engineered people. All of their emotions have been taken away from them, and the first book in the series is about a woman who has a relationship with a shifter, and the second one is another Psy with a shifter, and then this one is a woman shifter who was actually taken by a Psy serial killer and tortured and rescued, and it's with a guy Psy who left the Psy population, is now living with the shifters to protect his family. The nuances of this series are good. I just don't necessarily connect with the author's writing. It doesn't feel very mature. It doesn't feel very fleshed out. It feels very surface level, and that's the large issue that I have found with Nalini Singh in general. I don't love the series, but like I said, I do own up until 5 or so I do want to finish it. So I'll slowly be listening to those audiobooks. My hyperfixation right now when I drive is Short and Sweet by Sabrina Carpenter, so it's hard for me to want to stop listening to that to listen to these audiobooks, because they're not the most interesting. So that's the situation on what I'm reading. I don't know what I'm going to pick up next. I do need to get through some of the books that I still have left on my TBR, and then I want to get back into some of the paranormal romance series. I am going to spend the rest of the night reading and watching Twitch. I'm watching someone play Dead by Daylight, and I'm gonna wait for my partner to get home, and then we're gonna have dinner and go to bed. I'm pretty sleepy, and then I have work in the morning, but it's a Friday, so I should get off fairly early, and then I have the weekend to myself because my partner is working. He works 12s. I'm like fighting the urge to get started on other reading vlogs, which is just so bad. This is how I end up having months and months of content pre-filmed, because I just am so eager to get stuff filmed that I just film way ahead of time and then end up not reading for fun. So I don't know what I'm gonna start reading, but I think I would like to focus on that this weekend. Hopefully I can get another workout done by the end of the week. I obviously haven't been working out because of my illness, but I would like to get moving again. Oh, and I also got accepted for the swimming scholarship, so I will be starting that up next week. So lots of stuff to look forward to, but for the rest of the night, I'm going to watch this and wait for my partner, and then we will probably talk tomorrow at some point. Happy Friday, friends. I am feeling... Hi, baby. I'm feeling much better today. As you can tell, I was able to do a workout. I feel great. Still very anxious today just because of some life things that are going on. Still anxious around that, but I am feeling okay. I haven't really done much reading or anything. Yesterday I just managed to watch Twitch, and then I went to bed a little bit early because I was still not feeling my best. Had a busy morning, and then I did my workout. Started watching The Perfect Couple on Netflix. I think it's like a new release, and it's basically about the Wondershare family in Nantucket, Massachusetts, which, if you know anything about that place, it's like crazy expensive. And it's like your typical rich people drama, all of the cheating and lying and all of that fun stuff. They're having a wedding for their middle son, who is getting married to this woman who comes from a not wealthy family. And they're having the wedding at their Nantucket home, and she invites like her best friend and stuff, and her best friend shows up dead in the water. And so you have like the family drama and also trying to figure out who committed this murder. And there's like a lot of secrets and stuff going on, and it's really good. It's reminding me a lot of the, what is it called? The Reese Witherspoon mystery that's based on a book by Leanne Moriarty. Is that her name? It's reminding me of that show that I really liked, and I'm liking it so far. I love some rich people drama. It's super fun. So I'm getting to the end of episode 2. It has the actress, the mom for the family is the actress from the Pretty Big Little Lies is what it's called. She's the actress from, one of the actresses from it, and she's doing like a fantastic job. I love her so much. So I am going to eat my lunch and then continue watching this show probably. I ended up just going through my library and requesting a bunch of historical romances that I need to start reading, even though my main goal has been to read my physical books, but we're just gonna ignore that. So I started to read Bombshell, like a contemporary historical romance, just meaning like it's written recently, contemporary ideas, main characters like rah women's rights stuff, rather than what you tended to see in historical romances back in the day. So I started reading that. I'm like maybe 10% in. I don't have like super grand thoughts. So that's that. I'm gonna get back to watching my show and eating my sandwich, and then we'll talk later.
Dad, they can do laundry on the floor. We like it that way.
You guys remember that time?
Okay, I am I'm preparing a casserole, so I thought we could talk while I do that. Let me get my coffee. So I finished all of show in basically one sitting. I started it today and I finished it today. Only 6 episodes. I think they're each between 45 minutes and an hour. And I really ended up liking the story overall. I think the execution of it was really good, but I didn't like the reveal at the end. I feel like there was a lot better, I don't know, I feel like there was a lot better options for how the whole thing went down than with what they went with. But overall, I feel like atmospherically, the partner just said that he wanted to order food. I'm making a casserole actively. The setting of having it in this really affluent place that is just so beyond like an average person's experience made it very interesting, and it made all of like the family drama and stuff that much more interesting. I wish it had been a tad bit longer, and I wish there had been a focus on the mystery and a little bit more delving into the perfect couple, the main couple, because it really does follow the matriarch and patriarch of the family. I would say the majority of the story is like finding out the secrets of their relationship. She's like a very, very, very popular author. She is the main breadwinner of their family, but I think overall it was good. It kept the suspense up pretty well, and hi, bud. It kept the suspense up pretty well, and it kept me invested for sure. I knew going in that it was a pretty short little series, and I'm a huge fan of mysteries. It's probably my favorite genre, just like in media in general. Well, okay, romance is definitely my favorite genre, but I love a good mystery. It was good. I would recommend it, and I also would caution that it's not like, well, shit, it's not the craziest. So I would say if you're looking for like a good mystery that you can watch all in one sitting and you just need to like decompress for the weekend, like, I would say this is a good one. And I would love some other recommendations like this one. I haven't really watched a ton of shows like this. If you have some recommendations, if you have some that you have really loved, I would love to hear it. Or if you have any book recommendations that are like this, but not Liam Moriarty or whatever her name is, because her books are so fucking long. I do have one of them on my TBR. My mom was getting rid of some books, and I snagged one that she had. I think it's one of the apples ones. So now I'm cutting my chicken. I am making this like hodgepodge of shit from our fridge that I just really needed to get cooked. I will say that like my strong suit is not cooking at all. I am not creative with recipes. I am not creative. I'm very lazy, and I would much rather have someone else do the cooking for me, but I'm trying to like get better about that. Part of this whole thing is not only this whole health journey, I guess I should clarify. Not only is eating out just like fucking expensive and getting more and more expensive every day, it's just not very satisfying, and I've had such better reaction gut health wise. For the record, I have IBS. Gut health wise, I have such a better reaction to whole foods and eating at home and stuff like that. And like, I know a ton of millennials that struggle the same way that I am currently struggling. I think a lot of us were raised by parents that didn't either make us good food because they just couldn't afford it. I didn't have a lot of money growing up. Eating out was always a treat. Correlation between fast food ordering out with like doing well, you know what I mean? And so not only is it easier, but it's a little bit of, I don't know, it's like if I'm ordering out, then nothing can be so bad. I don't know, maybe I'm like philosophizing something that doesn't need to be, but I just got in this habit of eating out so much, spending so much money that I didn't need to spend, and it just didn't leave me feeling good. Like, I by no means am gonna stop. Like, I am not a restrictive eater. I don't believe in not eating the things that you want to eat, unless of course you have like dietary restrictions and you make that decision for yourself. But I'm not someone who's going to restrict my own eating of things that I like and things that I want to eat. For that sake, I'm restraining myself from adding this corn. I have way too much stuff in this casserole. But I'm restraining myself in that, like, I need to get better food habits and I need to do better about learning to take care of myself. I'm also not going to restrict myself to the point that I learn that anything is bad or that these are good foods, these are bad foods. I think that's the quick way for me to get into not good eating habits. So if I wasn't already making this casserole, like, to be completely honest with you, I might have been like, okay, yeah, let's order something. But I'm like actively making it, and I'm pretty excited about this casserole. I am probably going to spend the evening with my partner and update you guys tomorrow. I don't have anything on the agenda tomorrow. Depending on how sore I am, I'm either going to lift or I'm going to do a yoga session. All of my swim gear and stuff comes tomorrow, which I'm very excited about. I got headphones I need to learn how to download music onto. That's my night. I'm going to finish this casserole. I'm going to watch some Twitch until my partner gets home, and then we're going to spend the night together. So we'll probably we'll talk tomorrow. Happy Saturday, friends. It is Saturday mid-morning and I have been reading for a majority of the morning. I got 15% of the way through Bombshell and I thought we could talk about it before we wrap up the vlog. So this is a historical romance by Sarah McLean. I have read something by her before. Oh, I read her The Three, Brazen and the Beast, and all of those. I really liked those. Is that her? The Bare Knuckle Bastards, I really liked. This one seems to be connected to another one of her series. The main character, the heroine in this one, her name is Cicely, and she is the sister of these women from a previous series. And she is part of a group of women who, they all have their own, like, things going on. She is kind of known as the scandal of the group. She is very flirtatious. She is attractive. She is known to wear scandalous dresses and participate in scandals and all of that kind of stuff. And in the beginning of the novel, she is partaking in a activity to ruin the reputation of a guy in the ton who is not great. Her and her friends are part of a group that do that. They like save other women from bad husbands, brothers, marriages, bad families, all of that kind of stuff. They do the stuff that the police won't do. And while she was performing this activity, she gets saved by Caleb, who is the hero. He is an American and he is in business with Cecily's sister. They run a tavern together, and I'm missing a ton of backstory for their relationship that I really wish that I had. I guess at one point she confessed her love to him and he rejected her and left, and I don't know the whole backstory. I imagine it was probably revealed in parts in like the other series, so I'm missing a little bit of context there. But I'm intrigued. I'm definitely intrigued, and I like Sarah McLean's writing. It's elevated while not being too stuffed. So I'm intrigued by this main character. I'm intrigued by the series itself and their relationship, even though I'm a little sad that I've missed all of the pining that it seems like this couple has. I'm a huge mutual pining fan, especially in historical romance. Oof, it's one of my favorites. I'm definitely sad that I don't have the context, but I'm enjoying the book so far. That's probably what I'm gonna do for the remainder of the day after I'm done editing this video. So we're going to go ahead and end the video here. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I would love to talk down in the comments your thoughts on anything that I read in this video or anything that I talked about, how your week went. I would love to know. Let's talk down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you like videos like this. I do vlogs, but I also do reading vlogs, and I do pop culture videos, just a mix of things over here. All of my socials are also linked down below. I'm trying to be a little bit more active on Instagram, so if you are interested in following me over there, it is down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in my next one.